Today we'll discuss interfaces. Interfaces is nothing but like your class definition. Only the thing is, in interface there is no concrete method. Okay, and always the interface will be inherited by another class. Okay, that is the main thing about the interface. Means interface, we cannot create the instance of the interface. Okay, so because there is no method which is having any process, and uh, interface cannot directly use, directly cannot be created, object cannot be created of the interface. Only reference can be created. Okay, so here in Java, so the interface is a collection of constants and abstract methods. Before the this your in the previous class, we have discussed about the abstract method. Abstract method means with the method which does not having any uh, body or process. Only the method declaration is there, and that is again abstract. Okay, abstract keyword was used. But now, and if one abstract method inside the class is there, that means that class directly cannot stand. We cannot create the instance of that class. Okay, we cannot create a direct instance of that class. Only we can create the reference of that class. Similarly, the interface is having the some constant identifiers and abstract methods. And abstract method, you know, a method header without any body. So we declare an abstract method using the modifier abstract. Okay, but here, since all the methods in the interface are abstract, the abstract modifier is usually left off. So the keyword not necessary. Okay, in the interface. So methods in the interface have public visibility by default. By default, it is public because there is no method. If it is private, then there is no method which can access it. Okay, so because of there is no method definition, so there is no meaning of private members. By default, the methods are public visibility in the interface. So the syntax is just like your class definition. Here the syntax is public or public, then interface, keyword interface, then the interface name, then within curly brace you will declare some identifiers. So here you see inside the interface, here another one identifier declared public static final string name. Okay, so that means the name is one string type data and that is initialized by null. There is no meaning of this, and static means it can be, it is said by all the references, all the all the objects. Okay, so it is said by all the objects of this reference. Now here, do this is a method, this is abstract method because there is no body, semicolon is directly written. Do that also a method, and here return type is void, here return type is int. And do these two is also a method. Do the other is also a method. These are four methods declared, and return type are mentioned. And already you know, abstract method means wherever the method is referred in that class, in that wherever this class is used or inherited, or interface will be used or inherited, then in that class there must be the these functions with the same signature must be there, otherwise it cannot be used. Okay, so it must be there. That means suppose one method, one class will be inherited from this double interface, then there the do this, do that, do this to, do the other. These methods must be defined, and there should be the body. If that is again you will make an abstract class, then the sub-child class you have to define. But it must be defined somewhere in the child nodes. Okay. So here the keyword interface is the reserved word which we will use in the when we define the interface. So here because of this method does not having any process or body, then semicolon immediately followed each method header. And abstract keyword is not necessary or not mandatory in the interface because all the methods are abstract methods. Okay, abstract method means there is no body of that method. So no method in an interface has a definition. There is no method in the interface as a definition. So how to implement how to inherit the interface. So in the inheritance of the class, you are using class, class name, extends the parent class name. Here the keyword implement will be used. Implements will be used in the inherited class. This class formally implements an interface by stating so in the class header in the implements clause. There we were using in the class inheritance we were using extends. Here you will use implements. Okay. So a class can implement multiple interfaces. A class can implement multiple interfaces. The interfaces are listed in the implements clause. A class can implement multiple interfaces. The interfaces are listed in the implements clause, separated by commas. Okay. A class can be implemented multiple interfaces. Multiple inheritance was not allowed in the class inheritance. But when you inherit multiple class with in interface, then you can use it. So multiple inheritance concept allowed in the interface when you will inherit interfaces. But when you inherit the class, multiple classes cannot be inherited. So a class can implement multiple interfaces. The interfaces are listed in the implementation clause separated by commas. Means you will write suppose class XYZ implements suppose A, comma B, comma C. So A, B, C must be only the interfaces, not the classes. Okay. If a class asserts that it implements an interface, it must define all methods. As I told you, the inherited class must have the method definition, which are abstract methods in the interface. So this is the syntax of implementing interface. The syntax is your the public class name, the public class name implements suppose double. So something is the inherited class and it is inheriting from double interface. And again there must be body of do this, do that. So this is the syntax of inherited class definition. So implements is the reserved word. So each method listed in double, the double interface was there where this, do that, these are the abstract methods defined. So here there must be body. So public class many things implements double, another double. That means here the this is another line of declaration. Public many things. This is your class name, which implements from multiple interfaces. So multiple interfaces you will write within separated by comma. So interface is an example. So we will see directly go the program where we will see the example. Just see here in the class, this interface test is there. In this program, interface test is there. The interface name is test. Final int x equal to 100. So x is one variable which is declared as integer, and that is again treated as final. Final means we cannot modify this value. But because this will be inherit, and here because of we have not written anything, the visibility we have not mentioned, automatically it is defaulted as default. So public void input. Public void input, this is your abstract method, input method. Display abstract method, there is no body, semicolon is written here. So this is the end of your test interface declaration, definition. Now, another class, test1. Test1 is the class which is inherited from test interface. So test1 implements test. Test1 implements test. Then private inty, public void input. So this is the body of the input function. So here input function must be defined because this input function, abstract function, is written inside the interface. So input, the same structure must be there. Okay, same structure is there. Now here the something is written to input the value of y. Y is its local variable. Next, similarly, the display function, it shows the xy value. So here output will be 100, and y value whatever you will input to the object, that will display. Next, display one method is there. Here display one is its own method, that is not in the input or display. Okay, that is not in the input or display. So display and display one, two methods here we have written. Display method is abstract method in the parent class. Display one is not the abstract method in the parent class. It is defined, newly defined inside the child class test one. Okay, then come to the main function. So main function is under my class name interface test. This is my class under which I have declared main function. In the main function, just see here, test T1. T1 is the reference name, type is your parent interface name. Parent interface name. Then, okay, now let us first, before testing these things, we will test only the here we will write suppose class subclass name test1, then suppose t2 t1, suppose test1 t1 t1 dot input t1 dot input t1 dot display t1 dot display 1. Okay, now let us compile and execute this thing, interface tests. Okay, here what happened? We have not initialized We have just created the reference new T1. Okay, so here it is asking the enter the value of the C here. Here it is asking enter the value of Y. Suppose 200. So after pressing 200, the X value is 100, Y value is 200, X value is 100, Y value is 200. So why it is printed? So because display function is called and XY value printed, display one also called XY value printed. And X is initialized to 100 here, and then final value is there, and input display are the abstract methods in the interface test. Okay, now let us do one thing. I will create here, I just remove this thing. I will create one reference test, that is parent name. This is a parent type, test T1 equal to new test 1. That means it is because now the reference of parent is referred to child object. That means it will here it will create a child object space. Then T1 reference will be referred to child. Now T1 display will call the display function. T1 input will call the display input function of child. Now T1 display, again it will display the XY value. So when this construct, when this will execute, so here uh, this in this thing, here the X is 100, Y is 0. Okay. So when we will display, so it will show 100 and 0. After that, T1 input means we will input the data, then T1 display the data. Only now here you see that T1 display 1 is not the member of parent class. Display 1 is not the member of parent interface. So to call the display 1 method through the T1 reference, to the parent reference, display 1 is the method, we have to typecast. So how to convert it? So text in the child class data type is used here. Okay, so this is the thing. Now let us compile and execute. Okay, so first because of display function, it shows 100 0. Then again y suppose 200. Now it will show 100 200 100 200. So that's the program. Here it is shows display one. Now if you will not write this thing, if you will not write this thing, only T1 display one if you call, then it will not call, it will show the compilation error because T1 does not having any, so T1 is not finding the display one. Okay, so here because of display one is a child function, so you have to typecast using conversion. So here it is converted to test1, then called the display one. So T1 converted to test1. So parent is converted to refer to the child class. Then display one will be called. Okay, so this is the output. Now this is the program and that is the output. So I will send you this program for your reference in the group chat. Okay, don't write this thing, don't waste the time. Okay, now next is come to our topic, interface. So suppose this is one Example, where complexity is the interface, question is the class. Okay, get complexity integer return type. This is your abstract method. Set complexity is again it is an abstract method. There is nobody. Get question, get answer, answer correct, toString. These are the methods which are defined in the question. Okay. Now in the main quiz program, main function is there. So when you create the reference of parent class and child class can be referred. But if the method is not in the parent class, then typecasting required. So this is about the interface. So now let us see another example here. There is a interface speaker in the here speaker where speak abstract method is there. Nothing is written there. Philosopher is a philosopher extends human implements speaker. Human is another class which is already defined. Human is a class which is already defined. Now see here the two things. Human class is extended and speaker is implemented. When we are using interface, the inheritance implements the interface name. When here extends human, human is the super parent class. Okay. Then here inside this class definition, speak function must be defined. Otherwise, it will not work. Another method that is the another method is its own method. Okay. Similarly, suppose dog. Dog class is there, extends animal. Animal class will be extended. Okay. Implement speaker. Speaker is the interface. So here dog class is there, which is in extend from animal class and implement speaker interface. Similarly, speak method is again defined here because speak is special equal to new philosopher. Special dot point 12. So here special is the parent class reference. Then philosopher class is referred. Okay. Now special dot paint pontificate. So here pontificate is not the parent class method. So here it will not work because we need to typecasting here. So compilation error. Here typecasting is required. Okay. Similarly, now, so this is how to interface hierarchy. Inheritance can be applied to interface as well as classes. One interface can be used as the parent of another. Child interface inherits all abstract methods of the parent. A class implementing the child interface must define all methods from both parent and child interface. Note that class hierarchy and interface hierarchy are distinct. Okay, so they do not overlap.